welcome to e-learning. This is Professor P. Saktivel and M. Nandini, Assistant Professor, Department of Electrical and Electronics Engineering, Thandai Periyar Government Institute of Technology, Vellore. This video lecture is related about mesh and nodal analysis. So before going to do the mesh and nodal analysis, we want to know what is mesh and what is node. So first is the branch. So branch is nothing but it is a part or section of a circuit which located between two junctions are called the branch. In a branch, one or more elements can be connected and they have normally two terminals. So for example, if you take this figure, the branches are AB, BC, BD, CD and AD. So there are 5 branches are available in this figure. So next one is the node. A point or junction where two or more circuit element meets is called node. So in other words, a point of connection between two or more branches is also known as a node. So in the figure we have a 3 resistance, 5 ohm, 3 ohm, 4 ohm. That 3 resistance are connected at a point B. So B is the one node. Next 10 volt, 4 ohm, 2 amps, that all are connected at a point D. So D is the another node. So in the figure we have a 2 node B and D. So next is the mesh. So mesh is nothing but a closed loop which contains no other loop within it is called as a mesh. So mesh is nothing but a closed loop. So in the figure we have a 2 closed loops. One is the A, B, D, A. Another one is the B, C, D, B. So this is the mesh of the given figure. Next one is the loop. So a closed path in a circuit where more than 2 meshes can be occur is known as a loop. So the loop can be find out by using the formula L equal to B minus N plus 1. Here L is the number of loops, B is the number of branches available in the circuit, N is the number of nodes of the given circuit. So this is the example figure. So we already told that node is a closed path. So here we have a 3 closed path. First closed path is the A, B, D, A, and another one is the B, C, D, B. Finally we have a bigger closed path. This is also one closed path, that is A, B, C, D, A. So this is the another closed path. So in the figure we have a 3 loops. So now we are going to see the mesh analysis. What are the steps in a mesh analysis and one example of mesh analysis. So these are all the steps we are going to follow while doing the mesh analysis. So for this step 1, identify the meshes and label the mesh currents in either clockwise direction or anti-clockwise direction. For step 2, observe the amount of current that flows through each element in terms of mesh current. So for step 3, write mesh equation to all meshes. So here the KVL law is applied for writing the mesh equations. Step 4 is solve the mesh equation updated in the step 3 in order to get the mesh current. So these are all the steps we have to follow while doing the mesh analysis. So next one is the example problems. So in the question they ask calculate the mesh current for the network shown in figure. So in this figure we want to calculate the mesh current. For step 1 is identify how many meshes are present in the circuit, then label the mesh current either clockwise direction or anti-clockwise direction. For step 1 we have a 2 loops in the given circuit. So one loop is the A, B, D, A. This is the first loop. Next is the B, C, D, B. So this is the second loop. In the first loop, I1 mesh current are flowing. In the second loop, I2 mesh currents are flowing. So that's what's explained in this slide. So in the next slide, that is next step is we want to write the KVL for each loops. So we already note that KVL is nothing but sum of potential rise is equal to the sum of potential drop. Here the potential rise is 12 volt, that is the EMF present in a circuit. The potential drop for mesh 1 is 2 ohm, 12 ohm, 4 ohm. Same wise we have a potential rise and potential drop for loop 2 also. So first we write the loop 1 KVL equation. So 12 volt is the potential rise. So then we want to write the potential drop. So potential drop or voltage drop. So here the resistance are given. So in order to calculate the voltage drop, V, that is V means the resistance is connected with the current. So V equal to I into R. So potential drop is written as I into R. So in this resistance the potential drop is 2 into I1. 2 into I1. So in this we have a 4 ohm resistance. So the potential drop is 4 into I1. So while coming to this resistance, here the I1 current is also flowing and I2 current is also flowing. When compared to these current, I1 current is more powerful in this loop. So we just subtract the I1 current from I2 current. So the voltage drop across 12 ohm resistance can be written as 12 into I1 minus I2. So after simplifying this equation, we get 18 I1 minus 12 I2 equal to 12. Take this equation as a 1. So next is step 2, that is loop 2. Here the loop 2 is BC, DB. Here also we have one potential rise and 3 potential drops. So the potential drops are written as V equal to I into R. So here R is given 9 into I as written as I2. So 9 into I2 plus 3 into I2. Same manner 12 ohm resistance having I1 current and I2 current also. So here the I2 current are more powerful. Then the potential drop across the 12 ohm resistance are written as a 12 into I2 minus I1 equal to minus 6. Here the sign of the EMF of the given circuit is potential, negative potential. So here we have written as a minus 6. So after simplifying this we get this final equation. Take this equation as a 2. So next step is we have to solve the equation 1 and 2 by using a calculator or another solving methods. So after solving this we get the mesh current. So for the mesh 1, the I1 having 0.9 amps. For a mesh 2, the current I2 equal to 0.2 amps. So this is the mesh current present in a given circuit. So next is the nodal analysis. So the steps we have to follow the nodal analysis are: identify how many nodes are present in the circuit, then choose a reference node. After choosing the reference node, assign the node voltage, then write the KCL equation for each node, then solve the equation from step 4. So this is the steps for nodal analysis. So next is the example problem for nodal analysis. So calculate the node voltage for the network shown in figure. So the first step is identify how many nodes are present in a circuit. So here 3 nodes are present. So this is the node 1, that is node A, this is node B, and this is the another node. So these all terminals are connected in the ground. So this nodes are taken as a reference node. So next step is choose the node voltage. So here the node voltage is VA and here the node voltage is VB. So here the node voltage is 0 because this is the reference node, that is the ground terminal. So next we have to write the KCL for each node. So in this node, so KCL is nothing but sum of the entering current is equal to the sum of leaving current. Here the incoming currents are 2 amps. Here this current is incoming and these two currents are outgoing. So 2 is equal to these two current. So here the resistance are given. So in order to calculate the current from the resistance, we have a formula I equal to V by R. So in this branch, the voltage are written as a VA minus VB divided by 4. Likewise, here the current are written as a VA minus reference node divided by 4. So reference node is always getting a 0 potential. So write this equation as a VA minus 0 by 4. After simplifying this equation, we get a final equation like 0.5 VA minus 0.25 VB equal to 2. So take this as a equation 1. Next we have to apply the KCL at node B. Here the incoming currents are two current, this 4 amps current and this current. The outgoing current as this current. So incoming current is 4 amps plus this is the resistance. So write this in terms of current. So that is the VA minus VB divided by 4 equal to outgoing current is the VB minus 0 divided by resistance value is 2. So then solve this equation and simplify it. Then we get a final equation like 0.25 VA minus 0.75 VB equal to minus 4. So next step is solve this equation 1 and 2. So after solving the equation 1 and 2, we get the node voltage VA and VB. Both are, here is the 8 volts. So this is the steps for calculating the node voltage for the given circuit. So in this video, we are discussed about mesh analysis, node analysis and one example problem for both mesh and nodal analysis. Thank you for watching my video.